Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will learn how to build a Golang To-Do API. This is our application design. Our client will request to the Go Web Server via HTTP, and our Go Web Server will continue the request to save and get the data from PostgreSQL. Once the request has been processed by our Go Web Server, it will be returned to the client. Okay, now let's start to build the application. We will open our terminal. Now I'm in my Go source directory. Then I will create the new directory for the project, which is called encoder Go To Do API. Let's go. Let's change directory into our Go To Do API. Then I will start to create the Go module for this project. Go mod init github.com says go to do API. Okay, finish. Now we will open this project by using our IDE, which is Golang. Okay, now we are in our IDE. As you can see here, we already created a Go mod with the name github.com /go to do API, just like what we have done from the terminal earlier. Now we will provide our database first via Docker Compose, dockercompose.yaml. We will using version 3.8, and the services is database image from Postgres 14 Alpine, and the container name is Go To Do API, and the ports is from 5432 into 5433, and environment is Postgres user equals to Postgres password equals to pgadmin, and the Postgres DB equals to Go To Do API DB. And I also want to change the container name into Go To Do API DB. Alright, let's start our database. Okay, as you can see here, it's already created and started. And also from the dashboard, the database system is ready to accept connections. Right. The next thing that we want to do is create a directory for the main file, which is under CMD. And also for the business process, we will put this under internal package. Okay, let's continue to the CMD first. We will create a server.go. Then we change the package name into main, func main. Right, that's it. Let's try to start this application to make sure that it can be run. Hello Go To Do API. Okay, we have got the result. Hello Go To Do API. Let's continue to add the dependency for Gucci. So for serving the HTTP request and response, we will use Gucci. Okay, let's add the dependency for Gucci. We will use terminal again. Gucci for the dependency. So in order to use Gucci and install it in our application, we just need to get it by using this command. I'll just copy it and paste here. Okay, we already added Gucci dependency, and let's see in our the Go mode, it's already available. Gucci, it is still indirect because we are not using it yet in our project. We will create a new router for this project by using chi. Router is chi.new router, and then we will use some middlewares. R.use middleware like logger, middleware.logger, and then R.use middleware.request ID, and then R.use middleware dot probably recover. Yes, okay. Then we will create one new path for serving the root API. The root path for this API r dot get. The pattern is slash, which means it is a root from this API. Then let's just use a direct handler from the function. Okay, then we will return render.json. Oh, but okay, render is not installed yet. Then let's just return writer.write from byte. We will print go to do API. Okay, and then we will listen and serve for the address localhost 8080. And what else? Let's see the example. Listen and serve from the router. This is our router. Okay, it should be working. We'll start this project. Okay, it's run. In order to prove if this root API can be accessed, we will provide a new package, which is inside it. There will be a curl request called API directory. Inside of it, we will provide curl.http get request from 8080. Let's see the result. Okay, we have got the response. Go to the API, and from the logs, it's also giving us a good response that this API, this slash API, the root API, by using get method can be accessed successfully via CURL. As you see in here, our IDE giving a complaint that this method has unhandled error. So in order to remove the complaint, we will put the error handling. We will ignore the writer response, and we will just return an error, http.error from the writer, and giving the message internal server error from the request. Now it's good. So http.internal server. Alright, also for this, we'll just give an error. We will print the log fatal failed to start application. Next thing that we want to do is we will provide the DB connection that will be used to access our database. So we will create a file, a directory first for the configuration. Let's say it's db config For our DB configuration, we will use lib/pq from the Postgres driver. So let's just install this dependency in our application. I will open the terminal, go get, see in our Go mode, it is already available in our application. Then now we can create the DB configuration. For the DB configuration, we will create some constants for the host equals to localhost, and the port equals to 5433, username equals to Postgres, password equals to pgadmin, and the last is db name equals to go to do API DB. All right. Now we are going to create the connect method, which is returning pointer to sql.db. URL connection equals to fmt.printf. Host is variable string. Port is equals to variable integer. User equals to string. Password equals to string, and the db equals to string, and the last one is SSL mode disabled. Then just pass the variables host, port, username, password, db name. I think the db should be db name. Then let's start to create the connection. SQL.open from the Postgres driver, and our URL connection, it will be returning pointer to DB and error. DB error is this. If error is not nil, then we will panic error. After that, we will ping the database. It also returning an error. Then we will panic again if there is an error. Okay. If everything goes well, we will just put an information that log dot print line db connected successfully, then we will return the db pointer. Because we are going to use a pointer of sql.db widely in our application, then we will set this variable as a global variable in our main package. For db is sql.db. Let's start the connection. Config.connect will be returning the db. Okay, let's see if it works. It is not working. Unknown driver progress, forgotten import. Okay, I think we missed the import for the Postgres driver. We should be adding this into our import. So we will put an import for libpq. right, let's start again. Go to do API DB does not exist. Okay, then we will need to create the database setup first to create the database. I'll choose PostgreSQL, localhost 5433. The username is Postgres. The password is pgadmin, and the DB name is go to do API DB. Go to do API DB. I see. It's not working because we are not running our Docker yet. I need to check the services on the Docker. Okay, I need to turn off anything related to Postgres here. So I will start the database again. Okay, it says that it's already started and ready to accept the connection. Okay, now let's try to start the application again. DB connected successfully. After we already connect to database, now we will create the repository for handling the query. We will create a new directory which is called repository, say to do repository. Our to do repository will contains its model and also the handler. Type the first we will create the model. So our model is kind of struct to do struct. It has ID which is integer and the task which is string and also is completed which is boolean. Okay, and then we will create the interface to do repository interface. It will be able to create to do. It has to do parameter and it will be returning an error if there is any update to do with to do parameter, also returning error, and get all to do without any parameter, which is returning list of to do. Get by ID, we will have an ID parameter, which is integer. If it's fine, we will be returning the to do and also error if there is any. I think we also need to return an error here. Error. Okay. Next, delete to do. It will have the list of IDs from the IDs from the list of integer. It will be returning list of to do and error. Okay, now let's implement this repository via repository implementation. To do repository implementation is a struct. It will require dependency from the DB, which is pointer of sql.db. Then implement the interface to do repository from to do repository. All right. Now we have the implementation for each method. Okay, let's try the implement for the create to do first. Um, Let's start it from creating a query. Query equals to insert into to do. It has task and is completed. I think it's completed is kinda default value which has a false. It is default false, so we don't need to insert the is completed values from the variable one. Now we can prepare our transaction t.db dot exec from the query. No, not exec. First, we will start the transaction, begin, and handling its errors, if any. We will say return error if there is any error, and then transaction will do an execution for the query with parameter to do dot task, and then handling its error. It is returning the result. We will just ignore it. If there is an error, then we will return an error and do the rollback. Rollback, handle error 2, and then if everything goes well here, we will commit the transaction, also handle its error. Alright, if everything goes well, we will return nil. That is for the create to do. Let's just skip for the update. Let's continue to get APIs first. For the get API, let's prepare the query equals to select all from to do. Then query to database dot query from the query. It will be returning rows and error. If there is an error, we will just return the error and the nil from the list of to do. If it is successful, if there is no an error, we'll just scan the result from the rows. For rows.next, we will scan and provide the result here. For result is the list of to do. Let's just rename it into to dos. And we will create the to do for temporary variable before we put single to do into the list of to dos. To do rows.scan color and to do.id to do.task to do.completed. Ending the error again. If there is any error, just return the error. If everything goes well, just append the result into to-dos. Append from to-do into to-dos. What is it? It requires a slice and the additional value. So it's to-dos and to-do. Alright. Then we will return to-dos without any error if everything goes well. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is to create the handler. Let's create the directory here for the handler that will be receiving the request from the external. Let's say to-do handler type. We will create the interface first. To-do handler interface. It will receive just exactly the same method like we already mentioned in the repository. Create, update, and get to do. Create to do. It will receive the http dot response writer and pointer of http dot request. Create to do and then update to do, then get all to do, and then get by id, get to do by id, and then delete to do by id. Then we create the interface to do handler. We will create the struct for the implementation of the interface. It is struct. It will require the dependency of to do repository. We will put the variable repository which is coming from to do repository. Okay. Then let's implement this to do handler. Okay. Because we are going to respond everything as a JSON here, we will set the writer to set its header into application.json. Content type application JSON, and then we will parse the request body from the request. We will create to do as a variable who receive from the request. Do JSON dot new decoder from the request dot body dot decode variable to do. We will have the handler. If there is an error, we will return http.error. It will require the writer and also the message failed to parse request. And then returning http.status bad request. Otherwise, let's do the process. To do handler.repository.create to do from the to do. Put a handler here. If there is any error, let's just return failed to create to do. And then the next, we will get the list of to dos. For this request, let's just set the header first. Header.set content type equals to application.json, and then we will call the repository dot get anything. Okay, there is any error, we will return http.error writer failed to get list of to do with http internal server error. Otherwise, we will print the response json.new encoder from the writer encode from the response, handling its error. If there is any error, then giving the response failed to return list of to-do. Okay, for the implementation of update, get by ID and delete by ID, we will implement them later. Let's go to the server again in order to provide the new router for the to-dos. r.mount, because we are going to create the new router, r.mount with slash to-dos. We'll create the method called to-do router, create a function to-do router. R equals to g dot new router, r dot get slash, it will be so we will call the handler here. So I will initiate the handler and also its repository, because it will require handler and repository. We will initiate them first on the top. The first one is from the repository, equals to do repository implementation, which will require the db, and handler equals to do handler implementation, which will require the repository. Okay, handler dot the first is create, so we are not going to get. Handler dot create to do, and next is get. From slash to do's, we will call get to do, will return error. Alright, if everything goes well, we will be able to create the to do and also get the list of to do's. Okay, let's start again. Our DB has been connected successfully. Let's go to the CURL. We will create the post request from the localhost 8080 of to-dos. It will require an ID. Equals to 0 because we don't have any ID, and the task is, for example, like learn Go basics, and is completed, equals to false. See if it works. It says 200. It is intentional that we are not giving any response body, but let's see from the database if we successfully to created our first task. It's kind of weird because you should be able to have a database here. Oh, I see. Relation to do does not exist. It will require the new table. It's called to do. It will have a primer. It will have a column ID. It's a serial and its identity. The next we will have task is Farcar 255, and the next we have is completed, which is boolean, and its default expression is false. It's not null, should be not null. All right, See, we already have a to do. Let's try to call it again. Okay, there is no error. It should be there is no error. So let's see in our database. Okay, our first data is already present in here. Let's try to call them via get API, gtr localhost 8080 from the to-dos. Okay, our get and post API has been successfully executed, and the response type, um, just like what we expected here, it will contain application JSON and the list of to-dos. The next thing is we are going to continue to handle the update and find by ID and also delete by ID. Okay, continue to our repository again. For the update, we will find the data first. Query equals to select all from to do transaction from the db dot query query row, I mean, where, so it should be from ID, yeah, where ID equals to variable one query and to do dot ID dot scan. Oh, there is no scan here, just returning rows and error because I'm not going to get all data. So let's just use query row. It will be returning a single row, and let's just continue to scan. In order to be able to scan, we will provide the temporary variable which is called existing to do. It's to do. Scanning from the existing to do dot id existing to do dot task existing to do dot is completed. Then handle the error. If there is an error, we'll just return it. But if there is no error, let's do the update. For the update is providing the query again. Query for update equals to update to do set task equals to variable one, and also the is completed equals to variable 2, where id equals to variable 3. And then let's set let's execute this query t dot because this is transaction, we will provide the transactional first. .db dot beginning the transaction, and then dot execute from the query update with variables to do dot id to do dot task. Now the first variable is task, the second variable is completed, and the third variable is the id to do dot id. Handle the error. Okay, I don't need the result. If there is any error, just return the error. If it's successful, we will just commit this transaction. Handle the error again. We'll put the rollback if anything goes wrong here. So transaction dot rollback. handle the error. Okay, okay. If everything goes well, just return nil. Okay, that's all for the update to do. Continue to find by ID. Query equals to select all from to do, where ID equals to variable 1. And then t.db.query row from the query, and with variable ID scan will provide the temporary variable for to do, pointing to todo.id, todo.task, and todo.completed. Then we will handle the error. If there is any error, there will be no to do return. If error is not present, then we will just return the to do. Return to do without any error. Alright. That's all for the get by ID. And now for the delete query. For query is delete from to do where ID in, because we have a list or array of IDs. Query, because this is the transactional API, let's start the transaction. .db.begin transaction. I think we do not need to provide the list of to-dos. Just return a single error if there is any error. So we'll update it here too. Just return an error if there is any. It's transaction, and then transaction dot execute its query with ID's parameter. Handle its error. If there is any error, just return the error, then do rollback. Also handle the error, and then commit the transaction. Commit, handle the error. If everything goes well, we will return no error. Okay. That is all for the repository implementation. Let's go to Handler now. Let's start from the update to do. It's almost the same like a create to do. So I'll just copy it from here. We will just change the method that is called from the repository, pointing to update to do, field to update to do if there is any error, and then get by ID, because we will have ID parameter from the path variable. So let's get it first. ID parameter equals to key.url param from the request. The key is ID. So it is a string because our repository will require an integer. So we need to convert the string into the integer. ID equals to our conf dot string to integer from this ID parameter. Okay. And then let's call the repository dot get by ID with this ID parameter, and we will have the result. If there is any error, we will return http.error writer failed .printf failed to get to do with ID ID, and also http dot the status internal server error, or status not found. I guess it's better status not found. Otherwise, just return it by using JSON.new encoder from the writer encode for the by ID. Let's change its variable into to do. Handle the error. If there is any error, we will give a message failed to get to do by ID. HTTP dot let's say internal server error. The next is we will implement delete to do by ID. It's basically almost the same like get to do by ID, so we'll just copy the implementation here. But the difference is we will receive IDs instead of ID, and the form of IDs will be the a string separated by comma. So in order to be able sending the parameters into the to-do repository, which is receiving list of integer, we will need to convert the list of string into the list of integer. So we will provide the function here to integer array, which is a string array from the string. It will be returning integer of array. Okay. Then we will provide the result. For result equals to list of or array of integer. Then we will iterate the string array one by one for key value from the range of string array, and then converting strconf.a to I of the fee, because fee will have a potential containing white space. We will trim it first. Strings.trim space from the value. It will be returning our ID, and we will just ignore the error. Appending result is append from the result point ID, then return the result. Okay, and then we will use this method, just a private method. We'll just use this method in order to be able to convert the string array into the integer array. ID's param is so before we will be able to use this method, we need to split this ID's param into the array of string. So let's call them ID split equals to ID strings dot split from the ID's param with the comma separator, and then IDs IDs as integer equals to integer array from ID split. Okay, then we will call the repository for delete with parameter IDs as integer. It will just have an error receiver. If there is any error, then give a message failed to delete to do, and it is internal server error. Okay, I think that's all. Because for get to do by ID will also returning JSON, let's just put this statement also in here. We will put this statement. How about the get and create? Okay, done. Let's call the handler into our router. Next is update. We'll use put update to do, and the next is get by get with parameter ID. It will be get to do by ID, and then delete slash IDs delete to do by ID. Okay, let's start again. Um, Providing the curl. Let's see what we have in our DB. We are now having only one. Let's try to update it first. It's a put request from localhost 8080 to do's. I will update this data with ID1 into true. Okay, let's see what we have. There is no error, and the result is true. It's completed into true. All right, put method is fine, and then I will create the new one. Learn database. Let's see again the result. Now we have ID1 with Learn Go Basic. It's not complete. It's already completed. And the second to do, we have Learn Database. Still not completed. So the last one, oh no, we still have two APIs for testing, which is get to do by ID and also delete to do by list of ID. Get to do by ID localhost 8080 to do slash let's try ID number 2. So it should be returning learning database, right? Okay, it's correct. And the last one is delete from localhost 8080 slash to-dos. For example, I want to delete number 1. It's also accepting application JSON. Let's see if it works. It works. So now our state, we should be only having one to do in our DB, but it is not working. Let's see what happened. So let's see the implementation of our to-do repository. All right. So I just realized that when we send the array parameter, we need to use the Postgres query array from these IDs and also change this into any of variables because it will be receiving an interface. So let's try again. Delete and then get. Yes, we delete to do number one and the only left is to do number two. Let's try to create again. Learn Redis and also learn Java. See what we have. Now we have three data in our database. Let's try to delete to do for number two and also number four. Number two and also number four. We should be having only one left. Okay, correct. So we have already completed to create our to-do API persistence into a PostgreSQL database. That's all for the video today. See you on the next one.